Hi, good looking professionals. Blonde Ambition here with my friend Taylor, and we are going to give you the exclusive top 5 explanations for job gaps in your resume. Job gaps are super important to discuss not only on your resume, but be prepped for to talk about in your interview itself. Hiring managers want to know why you're out of work for a period of time, and it's really important to have a good answer constructed before your interview takes place. So like I said, we have the top 5 reasons, explanations for your job gaps. So let's get into it. The first one, so you lost your job. This is common, whether it was just due to budget cuts or poor performance. It happens to everybody. No need to be embarrassed, but I know it can be a super sensitive topic. So the main thing here is to not badmouth your company or your boss in your previous position, and just be sure to focus on all of the positive things that you not only gained knowledge in that role, but all of the positive things that you did for that company when you worked there. So really focus on, yes, I lost my job there, but I helped implement Salesforce and I helped train all of my coworkers in the process as well. So just keep that in mind, focus on the positive, and don't ever badmouth anybody. Okay, so don't say,
that stupid ass company had it in for me since day one. They probably should have fired me because I would have left anyway.
Do say, unfortunately, due to some budget cuts, my company had to let me go because of their last in, first out policy. I am super proud of everything that I accomplished there, and everything that I accomplished can be told by my previous manager, who is on my references page as well. Number 2, so you quit your job and you traveled the world. Lucky you. I would love to do that. But instead of focusing on, just grabbing a backpack and taking on the world, focus on how this has helped with your personal development. And if you've taken on any volunteer work or paid experiences, focus on how that's really contributed to your personal development as well. So don't say,
well, let's face it, partying in Thailand was much more awesome than actually going to work, but now I have to work now, and I can't really remember most of the partying in Thailand anyway.
Do say, well, I spent many years in a very demanding position, which, as you'll see from my references, I was extremely successful in. I wanted to take some time aside for myself for personal development, and I feel that in my time traveling, I got to learn how to get along with people of all different ages and cultures, and that's really helped me in my personal development and will be a great additional add for this role as well. And I'm ready to jump back into my career with a renewed energy, and I feel that this is the position to do it. So number 3, you went back to school. This is probably the easiest one to explain, especially if it pertains to the career that you're developing yourself in. If not, and it's not in line with what you're looking to do in your career, it's easy to put a positive spin on something that takes so much intelligence and hard work. Now, don't say,
well, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, so I went back to school rather than getting a job. Just seemed like the easier option. I still don't know if this is the right career path for me.
I wanted to expand my career options by getting training or qualifications in X. Now that I've gotten that, I feel like it'll really benefit whatever company that I'm in next. And I feel like this role is the perfect opportunity for me to shine and really use those skills to propel in this career. That's what you would say if you were in this predicament. So you took some time off, number 4, for health reasons. This is a legitimate reason to take off time from work, but do not go into a painstakingly detailed discussion about how you were overcoming depression or had a major back surgery. The key here is to have an explanation that you're comfortable sharing, that you already have prepared walking into the interview. Then you go ahead and say how you're so proud of yourself for overcoming these major health issues, and swiftly convert that conversation into your relevant skills that you have for this position. Now, don't say,
things got pretty bad there for a while. After my dog died, I just went into this deep depression, and I ended up quitting my job. So, I mean, I bought bottle after bottle of wine and just sat on the couch day drinking. And then after a while, I ran out of money for bottles of wine. So then I ended up having to get box wine. Can you believe it? Box wine. So I'm just sitting on the couch, you know, drinking my life away. And I just couldn't get out of this funk. Like, it was just horrible.
Do say, I went through a really tough time physically and emotionally due to X, whatever it was that you went through. I was concentrating on taking a little bit of time out for myself to get as healthy as possible, as quick as possible, so I could get back to work. I'm such a stronger person now than I was then, and I'm so excited to get back into the workforce, and I'm really excited to shine in this position. Last but not least, you had to take care of your family. This is a heroic act. So if you were taking care of raising young children or taking care of your elderly parents, you were still gaining knowledge and skills by doing so. And any reputable company will see you for the true superhero that you were. During this time, if you were able to keep your skill set sharp, take classes on the side, get a certification, any of the above, make sure that you do include this in your interview. And lastly, make sure you end this conversation by letting the interviewer know how excited you are to jump right back into your career. But don't say,
so I had a family member that became addicted to drugs, and the family drew straws. Unfortunately, I got the short end of the stick, and I had to watch after her. And watching after a crackhead is not an easy job. It became my full-time job. So unfortunately, I didn't have time to watch over her and work. That was just impossible.
Do say, after a lot of thought, I thought it was in my best priorities to take care of my children, my spouse, my elderly parents, whatever your situation was. But I was able to keep up to date on my skills and knowledge of the industry. And I'm super excited to jump right back in there and also apply the soft skills that I've learned along the way. Lastly, remember, it's never a good idea to lie either on your resume or in an interview. So when you're asked about a job gap from the hiring manager, take a deep breath and acknowledge their concerns. Don't get defensive, and just be confident in your answer to reassure to the hiring manager that they should be confident in your reasoning too. Check in with you guys next week, and I hope you took some good takeaways from this video. Thanks so much. Bye.